Hi everyone, this is Nazir with Project 2 for Java 2 14.10. For this week we just had to do a couple of changes. We had to set up the fragments so that they display in portrait view while retaining whatever's on the screen, and then also set up shared preferences. So actually it went through pretty smoothly. It didn't take that long to understand it and implement it. So this is my main screen. I did the changes requested by changing the title up here, and I also changed the background of the action bar. So if I click on any right now, it loads the data, and I did some changes to the details section. And so, everything, all the details get pulled through. Now the API I'm using, Rotten Tomatoes, they don't have the summary for all the movies for some reason, even though they display on their site. They just don't provide an API. So I checked and included this when the description is not available. But anyways, if I click on them, they'll get loaded. And then if I click here, go to settings, I have two options here. The first one is for cellular, so if it's turned off, data can only be retrieved over Wi-Fi. And then here I have offline mode, which if I turn on right now, it won't pull any data online. It will just use anything in the cache. So for instance, if I click on 22 Jump Street, I already had that, so it pulls that up. But if I click on Limitless, it says that I'm in offline mode and the movie is not cached. Let's go back to settings, turn that off so I can connect again, and then click Limitless, and there it goes. Now I can also click here, settings, and I can clear the cache, get a quick toast here, and if I turn the offline mode back on, I'll click Limitless again, it says that the movie is not cached because it's been wiped. So this is how it looks in portrait, and this is how it looks in landscape. So to go over the code real quick, not a lot of changes here. I just included the share preferences up here and the connectivity manager so that I can check if it's connected over Wi-Fi or the cellular. I changed the action bar through this code right here. It's actually pretty easy. Down here in retrieve my data, I check the state, so if the user is connected over mobile or Wi-Fi, and I do a quick check so that if it is connected on mobile but the user has selected that they don't want to pull data over cellular, it'll display this message and it'll ask them to connect to a Wi-Fi network or change their settings so they can pull it over cellular. Otherwise it just pulls it like regular. Over here, depending on the preferences, if offline mode is off, then it goes ahead and pulls it from online, but if it's not, then it just pulls it from the cache. And also if there is no data available, it'll just default to the cache. I had these three methods implemented through an interface for my settings fragment. And then for my detail fragment, I actually already had the bundle set up from last week, so I didn't really have to do anything here. Everything's saved and it's getting pulled through when I switch orientation. So this is a quick look at my preference XML, very easy to set up. And this is my settings fragment. This is the interface that I implement in the main activity with three methods each for each section. And I have two switch preference that I check here on the on preference change, and when I check it, it just takes, it runs that method and pulls that data back to the main activity. And that is pretty much it for me this week.